Hello, welcome to last class of module 2. In this class, we will learn about two important business tools. The tools which has been established by many business managers or by given the confirmation from the business managers, founders, people who started companies and other department of the companies who use these models for the betterment of their business. So these two tools are Porter's five forces and another is called SWOT analysis. So I have divided this class into three parts. One is this introductory video, and the part two will be where we'll be talking about Porter's five forces, and in the last video we will talk about SWOT analysis. In this video, let's try to understand why it is important to understand these two business models. Okay, so Porter five forces is something which talks about industry competitiveness, right? So we have been also learning from day one of this course that when we want to invest into stock market, we have to understand that investing into stock market is nothing but investing into different businesses. Every business belong from one or the other sector, and then all the sectors together form our economy. So we have to be very careful at what stage of the economy we are going to invest. What are the different industries where we are going to invest? We cannot invest into all the industries. I mean, we should not invest into all the industries. We should rather handpick the industries from the basket of 15 and 16 sectors or industry we have in our country. And once we have identified these industries, we have to see that which are those companies where we can invest in those sectors, right? So when people start business also, so I'm now talking about the other side of the table. Here you are choosing the companies. Now there are people who are choosing to start companies, who are thinking about starting companies, or starting business ventures. I know that a lot of people start their ventures based on their own strength like I'm good at this, so I'll start doing business into this sector. However, there are conglomerate and other businessmen who look at the opportunity in an industry and they place their capital. So people who start and people who invest, they both have to look at this one point, that they understand those sectors really well. So Porter's five forces teaches you about the competitiveness within that sector, that what all kind of competitiveness will be required or is there already by other forces or by the other players of those industries, has been established by the other players of those industry. So that you should know and you should apply your business model to fit in as per the industry competitiveness, or you have to basically evolve your models or alter the models, whatever you can say that, right? So when business managers or people who are going to start these businesses, they look at Porter's five. See, I'm not here to tell you that all the great founders like Dhirubhai Ambani would have also studied, Porter's five forces or SWOT analysis, or even the greatest of the investors like Warren Buffett or Indian Warren Buffett, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, might have also studied these models and then invested. I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to tell you is that this course will get complete if we touch all the corners, if we understand that we have not left out things. And I personally have found that knowing these two business tools will help you also in your personal life, like SWOT analysis, the second one, right? So competitiveness of one industry is measured or can be understood by Porter's Porter's five forces, and and a company on its independent level, if we that company want to understand how exactly uh, they are good or bad at something, what are the opportunity they see from their own company perspective, is something what they do the SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis we can do in our own personal life also. So without wasting much time, let's get into this SWOT analysis and Porter's five forces independent classes and try to understand, taking some example from one or the other sectors also. But yes, it would be good if you watch the videos of Porter's five forces and also the SWOT analysis. If you ask me personally, because as a teacher, I do have a responsibility to tell you what I apply. Okay, so if you ask me that whether I first take these models and then start doing the fundamental analysis, my answer is no. the honest confession is, I look independently at the sectors through numbers perspective. My background comes from an engineering background. I love numbers from childhood. So I first look at the number. And when I see the tie that both of the numbers are looking equally good, then I get into the business models or SWOT analysis or Porter's five forces to identify between the sectors. So your route could be something else. My route could be something else. You have to depend on your own background, your knowledge which you have gained till now. So but it is important to understand these two for sure. Knowing these two will not harm you. That's why I've included it into the building blocks module of this course, which is the module 2, and it is also going to be the last class. And since we are getting into fundamental analysis, it will become very important that we get into this zone of discussing a lot of theoretical things. These two are also very much into theoretical. You will not see numbers, and you will not see much of examples or discussions. They are very theoretical in their own nature. Just let's understand it from the perspective that we are going to understand to simple concept, which is getting taught into different MBA colleges. Whether you do MBA marketing or finance or something, these two are something which will be taught to you, right? So let's jump to the first part of this course, which is Porter 5 forces. It will be an independent video in the next section. So let's jump into that. Thank you.